Hello. Welcome back. I am so glad you are here today. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. You are exactly where you need to be. Welcome to TrueGritEnglish. This is our space. It is a space to grow your English, but also a space to grow your mind. We meet here every single day. We upload a new video daily because growth happens in small steps. It happens through consistency. Before we begin, I want to invite you to join our family. If you find value in these words, please subscribe. It helps us stay connected. It helps us keep going together. Today, we are talking about something very important. It is something we all do. We do it without thinking. We do it at work. We do it at home. We do it when we are alone. We are talking about complaining. Have you ever thought about your words? Not just the grammar, but the energy behind them? We often think complaining is harmless. We think we are just speaking the truth. We say the weather is bad. We say the coffee is cold. We say the day is too long. We think we are just sharing our feelings. But there is a secret here. A dark secret. Complaining is a poison. It is a quiet poison. It does not hurt you all at once. It works slowly. It eats away at your energy. It clouds your vision. Imagine your life is like a journey. You are walking down a long road. You have a backpack on your shoulders. Every time you complain, you pick up a rock. A small rock. The bus is late. You put a rock in the bag. My boss is mean. You put another rock in the bag. I am tired of studying. Another rock. At first, you do not feel the weight. You feel fine. But as the day goes on, the bag gets heavy. Your back starts to hurt. Your legs feel weak. By the evening, you are exhausted. You feel like you have worked for 12 hours. But you haven't. You have just been carrying rocks. You have been carrying the weight of your own negative words. Stop for a second. Think about your day so far. What have you put in your bag? Have you noticed how your body feels after you spend 10 minutes complaining? Think about it. Do you feel strong? Do you feel happy? No. You feel heavy. Your heart feels tight. This is the effect of the poison. It is physically draining. It takes the power out of your mind. When we complain, we are focusing on what is missing. We are looking at the hole in the donut. We are looking at the cloud, not the sky. It is so easy to fall into this trap. We live in a world that loves to complain. Look at social media. Look at the news. It is a competition of who has the worst day. We think that complaining connects us. We think it makes us friends. I hate Mondays. Me too. We feel a connection. But what kind of connection is it? It is a connection of heavy bags. It is a connection of rocks. This kind of energy does not build anything. It only breaks things down. It breaks down your mood. It breaks down your hope. And most importantly, it breaks down your luck. I want to ask you a question. A very simple question. When was the last time a complaint fixed a problem? Think about it. If you complain about the rain, does the sun come out? If you complain about a difficult English lesson, do you suddenly understand the words? No, never. Complaining has a 0% success rate. It has never fixed a single thing in the history of the world. It only makes the problem feel bigger. It makes the mountain look taller. It makes the road look longer. We think we are being realistic. We say, I am just being honest. But honesty without hope is just negativity. We are choosing what to see. Your eyes are like a camera. You can zoom in on anything. If you zoom in on the trash on the street, you see a dirty city. If you zoom in on a flower in the sidewalk, you see beauty. The city is the same. The only difference is where you point the camera. Complaining is the habit of pointing the camera at the trash. It is a bad habit. But the good news is, habits can be changed. It is time to look at the weight we are carrying. It is time to look at that heavy backpack. You do not have to carry those rocks. You can put them down. You can choose to stop adding more. It starts with awareness. It starts with listening to yourself. For the next few minutes, I want you to just listen. Listen to the ideas. Feel the calm. We are going to explore why we do this. We are going to look at why our brains love the poison. And then, we are going to learn how to find the antidote. We are going to learn how to empty the bag. The road ahead is long, but it does not have to be heavy. You can walk with light shoulders. You can walk with a clear heart. It is not about lying to yourself. It is about choosing your focus. It is about protecting your energy. Because your energy is your most valuable resource. Do not give it away to complaints. Do not let the poison win. Let's look deeper into why we choose the rocks in the first place. Let's look at the battle inside our own minds. This is the first step to freedom. This is the first step to a luckier life. I am ready to dive deeper. Are you? Let's talk about the biological trap of negativity. Let's see what is really happening under the surface. So why do we do it? Why do we pick up those rocks? If complaining is a poison, why does it feel so natural? To change the habit, we have to understand the brain. Our brains are amazing tools, but they are also very old tools. Thousands of years ago, life was very dangerous. Humans had to stay alive. They had to watch for tigers. They had to watch for snakes. They had to watch for bad weather. This is called survival mode. In survival mode, the brain looks for the negative. It ignores the beautiful sunset. It ignores the nice flowers. Why? Because a sunset cannot hurt you, but a tiger can. So, the brain learned to focus on the threat. It learned to find the bad things first. This kept us alive a long time ago. But today, there are no tigers in the city. There are no snakes in the office. Yet, our brains are still using that old software. We are still scanning the world for problems. Instead of watching for tigers, we watch for slow internet. Instead of watching for snakes, we watch for a rude email. When we find a problem, we complain about it. Our brain thinks it is doing a good job. It thinks it is helping us survive. But it is actually just creating stress. It is keeping us in a state of fear. This is the biological trap. We are wired to look for the bad. But we are living in a world where we need to find the good to be happy. Think about your daily life. Think about the negative loop. You wake up and notice your room is cold. You complain. Your brain says, "Okay, we are looking for problems today." Then you go to the kitchen. You notice you are out of milk. You complain again. Your brain says, "Great, another problem. I am doing a good job finding these." By the time you leave the house, your brain is on high alert. It is looking for every red light. It is looking for every angry face. It is looking for every mistake. Every time you complain, you are training your brain. You are building a road. In the beginning, the road is small. It is a dirt path. But every time you repeat a negative thought, the road gets wider. It gets smoother. Eventually, it becomes a highway. It becomes the easiest way for your brain to travel. This is why some people are always unhappy. They have built a 10-lane highway to negativity. They don't even have to try. Their brain just goes there automatically. But there is another reason we complain. It is a social reason. Have you noticed how people talk in a group? Often, they bond over bad things. The prices are so high now. The traffic was terrible today. The weather is so depressing. When you agree with a complaint, you feel like part of the group. You feel safe. We call this the comfort zone of misery. It feels warm and cozy to be unhappy together. It feels strange to be the only person who is happy. Imagine a group of friends at lunch. Everyone is complaining about their jobs. They are talking about their boss. They are talking about the long hours. Then, one person says, "Actually, I really love my work. My boss is very kind." What happens? The room goes quiet. The energy changes. People might even feel annoyed. Why? Because that person left the comfort zone of misery. They stepped out of the group. We are afraid to be positive because we are afraid to be alone. We want to fit in. We want to be liked. So, we join the complaining. We pick up the rocks just to look like everyone else. But at what cost? You are fitting in, but you are also poisoning your own life. You are building that highway to negativity just to have something to talk about at lunch. Is that a good trade? I don't think so. The good news is that the brain can change. We call this neuroplasticity. It is a big word for a simple idea. Your brain is like plastic. You can reshape it. You can build new roads. You can close the highway to negativity. You can build a new path toward appreciation. It takes time. It takes effort. It feels strange at first. It feels like walking through tall grass. But the more you walk that new path, the easier it becomes. Think about a small child learning to walk. They fall down many times. They look silly, but they keep trying. Training your brain to stop complaining is the same. You will fall down. You will catch yourself complaining about the rain. That is okay. Just stop. Acknowledge it. And try to find a different thought. You are building a new road. You are updating your old survival software. We have to move from finding danger to finding value. We have to teach our brains that we are safe. We are not being hunted by tigers anymore. We have the luxury of choice. We can choose what to focus on. We can choose which roads to build. This is the most important work you will ever do. It is the foundation of your future. Because the way you see the world determines how the world treats you. So how do we start? How do we take that first step through the tall grass? How do we build that new path? It starts with a simple shift. It starts with a tiny seed of appreciation. It is a small tool that has a giant impact. I want to show you how to use it. I want to show you how to flip the switch. Let's move away from the why and start looking at the how. Let's look at the antidote to the poison. It is time to talk about the power of the small things. It is time to see how a tiny thought can change a whole day. So, we understand the trap. We know why our brains look for the bad things. Now, we need the antidote. We need the cure for the poison. That cure is gratitude. But I want to be clear. Gratitude is not just a polite word. It is not just saying thank you because your parents told you to. True gratitude is a skill. It is a muscle. And just like any muscle, it gets stronger when you use it every day. Many people think gratitude is a feeling. They think, I will be grateful when something good happens. They wait for a big promotion. They wait to win the lottery. They wait for a perfect sunny day. But if you wait for a reason to be happy, you are not in control. You are a victim of your circumstances. True gratitude is different. It is a choice you make before anything happens. It is a lens you put over your eyes. I like to call this the even though rule. This is a very simple tool you can use anytime. Here's how it works. When something goes wrong, you acknowledge it. You don't lie. You don't pretend it is perfect. But then, you add the words even though, and find one small thing that is working. Let's look at a daily example. Imagine you are standing at the bus stop. It is cold. The bus is 10 minutes late. You feel the poison starting to work. You want to complain. You want to tell everyone how terrible the bus service is. Your brain is ready to pick up a rock. Stop. Try the rule. The bus is late, and I am cold. But even though I am waiting, I have this extra time to listen to my favorite podcast. Do you feel the difference? The bus is still late. The weather is still cold. You haven't changed the world, but you have changed yourself. You have refused to pick up the rock. You have kept your energy. By finding that one small, even though, you have kept your power. You are no longer a victim of the bus schedule. You are a person who is choosing their own mood. Gratitude acts like a shield. Think about a rainy day. If you go outside without an umbrella, you get wet. You get cold. You get miserable. Complaining is like walking into the rain naked. You are letting every negative event touch your skin. You are letting the world hurt you. But gratitude is your umbrella. The rain is still falling. The problems are still there. But they don't touch you the same way. They slide off the surface. You stay dry. You stay warm. I want you to think about your home right now. Think about the things you use every day. We often complain about these things. We complain that the kitchen is small. We complain that the bed is too soft or too hard. We complain that the light is too bright. We take these things for granted. We forget that these are the things we once prayed for. Think about your sink. When you turn the handle, clean water comes out. Every single time. That is a miracle. For thousands of years, humans had to walk miles for water. They had to carry heavy buckets. They had to worry if the water was safe. You have it in your house. It is hot or cold, exactly as you want it. When was the last time you said thank you for your sink? Probably never. We only notice it when it breaks. We only notice the water when it stops. This is the secret of the small things. You don't need a big reason to be grateful. You just need to pay attention. You need to notice the invisible gifts. The socks that keep your feet warm. The chair that holds your weight. The window that lets in the light. When you start noticing these things, the world starts to look different. It starts to look like a friendly place. It starts to look like a place that is supporting you. This shift changes your energy. People can feel it. Have you ever been around someone who is truly grateful? They have a certain glow. They are calm. They are kind. They are like a battery for other people. When you are around them, you feel energized. This is because they aren't wasting their power on complaints. They are keeping their energy inside. They are using it to build a beautiful life. Contrast that with a complainer. A complainer is like a leaky bucket. No matter how much water you pour in, it always ends up empty. You can give a complainer $1 million, and they will complain about the taxes. You can give them a beautiful house, and they will complain about the stairs. They are stuck in the habit of lack. They are focused on what is missing. But you are learning to be a person of abundance. Abundance does not mean having everything. It means appreciating everything you have. It means realizing that you are already rich in ways you didn't notice. This is the foundation of positive luck. It is the beginning of a new chapter in your life. I want to invite you to try something right now, wherever you are. Listening to this voice, look around the room. Find one object. Maybe it is a pen. Maybe it is your phone. Maybe it is the shoes on your feet. Think about how that object helps you. Think about the people who made it. Think about the journey it took to get to you. Just for 5 seconds, feel a small thank you for that one thing. How does that feel? It feels quiet. It feels peaceful. It feels like putting down a heavy rock. This is the antidote. This is the power you have inside you. It is a small spark, but it can start a fire. It can burn away the poison of complaining. As we move forward, I want to show you what happens next. Because when you stop complaining and start appreciating, something strange happens to the world around you. Opportunities start to appear. People start to treat you differently. It looks like luck, but it is actually something much more powerful. Let's talk about how your mindset creates your reality. Let's talk about the magnet effect of a grateful heart. When we stop complaining and start practicing gratitude, something incredible happens. It is almost like a door opens in the middle of a solid wall. We call this positive luck, but it is not magic. It is a change in how your mind works. It is about your mental filter. Every second, your brain receives millions of pieces of information. It cannot process all of them. So, it uses a filter. It only shows you what it thinks is important. If you spend your day complaining, you are telling your filter to look for problems. You are saying, problems are important to me. So, your brain finds them. It finds the rude driver. It finds the spot on the carpet. It finds the tiny mistake in your paycheck. You see these things everywhere. You think you are unlucky. You think the world is against you. But you are simply seeing what you asked to see. You are seeing the trash because your camera is zoomed in on it. Now, imagine you switch the filter. You start looking for small reasons to be glad. You look for the even though moments. You tell your brain, appreciation is important to me. Suddenly, your brain starts finding opportunities. It finds the person smiling at the store. It finds a beautiful flower growing in a crack in the sidewalk. It finds a small piece of news that helps your career. This is the magnet effect. You are not magically changing the world. You are changing what you notice. Think about a radio. There are hundreds of stations in the air right now. They are all around you. Some stations play sad songs. Some stations play angry news. Some stations play beautiful, happy music. To hear the music, you have to tune the dial to the right frequency. If you are tuned to the complaining station, all you hear is noise. If you want to hear the music of a lucky life, you have to turn the dial. You have to tune yourself to gratitude. Let's look at a real example. Imagine two people going to the same job interview. The first person is a complainer. They think, I have to do this boring interview. The office is too far. The weather is gray. I probably won't get the job anyway. They walk into the room with heavy shoulders. Their energy is low. Their face is tight. They are carrying their bag of rocks. The interviewer feels this. They see a person who is difficult to work with. The second person uses the get to mindset. They think, I get to meet new people today. I am grateful for this chance to practice my English. Even though I am nervous, I am glad I have this suit to wear. They walk in with light shoulders. They have a small smile. They are open. They notice a book on the interviewer's desk that they also like. They mention it. They connect. They get the job. Is the second person just lucky? No. They created their luck. They were tuned to a frequency of appreciation. They were able to see the book on the desk because their brain wasn't busy looking for problems. They were able to smile because they weren't carrying rocks. This is how gratitude creates luck. It makes you a person that other people want to be around. It makes you a person that success wants to follow. We often think that luck is something that happens to us. We think it is like the weather. But for most of us, luck is a habit. It is a result of your energy. Positive energy is a magnet for positive situations. When you are grateful for the small things, you become ready for the big things. If you cannot be happy with a clean sink and a warm cup of tea, you will not be happy with $1 million. Your brain will just find bigger things to complain about. I want to talk about a difficult example. Let's talk about having a hard boss or a difficult coworker. This is a situation where most of us love to complain. We spend hours telling our friends how bad it is. But what if you use the gratitude filter here? You might say, even though my boss is very strict, I am grateful because they are teaching me how to be very organized. They are teaching me how to stay calm under pressure. They are helping me build a very strong grit. By doing this, you are not letting their negativity poison you. You are taking the medicine from the situation. You are growing. While others are getting weaker by complaining, you are getting stronger by learning. You are turning a bad situation into a training ground for your character. That is true power. That is how you win at life. You become a person who can find gold in the dirt. Think about your English studies. It is easy to complain that English is hard. It is easy to say that the grammar is confusing or that you forget words. But what if you say, I am so lucky that I have the internet to learn for free. I am grateful that my brain is capable of learning a new language. I get to connect with millions of people around the world. This shift makes the study feel like a gift. It makes you want to show up. And when you show up with joy, you learn much faster. The world is like a mirror. If you frown at it, it frowns back. If you smile at it, it smiles back. This is the principle of positive luck. You get what you give. You see what you look for. You are the architect of your own reality. You are not a victim of the world. You are the creator of your experience within it. But knowing this is not enough. You have to practice it. You have to live it. You have to test it in the real world. I want to give you a way to do that. I want to challenge you to a very special experiment. It is a way to prove everything we have talked about. It is a way to see the magic happen in your own life. Are you ready to see what happens when you put down the bag of rocks for a whole day? Are you ready to see the real you? Let's move into the final part of our journey. Let's talk about the 24-hour challenge and the beautiful life that is waiting for you. We have traveled a long way together today. We have looked at the poison of complaining. We have seen how it weighs us down. We have learned about the antidote. We have talked about the power of small things. Now, we are at the end of our talk. But this is really just the beginning of your new life. It is time to take these ideas and put them into action. I want to give you a challenge. It is a very simple challenge, but it might be the hardest thing you ever do. I call it the 24-hour challenge. For the next 24 hours, I want you to try to live without a single complaint. Not one. Do not complain about the weather. Do not complain about the traffic. Do not complain about your lunch or your tired legs. If a negative thought comes into your mind, let it pass. Do not let it come out of your mouth. Just for one day, refuse to pick up a single rock. What will happen? At first, you will realize how often you do it. You will catch yourself many times. You might start to say something bad, and then you will stop. That is good. That is awareness. When you catch yourself, do not feel guilty. Guilt is just another rock. Just smile. Take a deep breath. And find an even though thought. I am stuck in traffic, but even though it is slow, I am grateful for this comfortable seat. Try to stay in this state for one full day. Watch what happens to your energy. Notice how your body feels at the end of the day. Notice how other people react to you. You might find that you have more patience. You might find that you have more laughter. You might find that the world feels a little bit brighter. This experiment is your proof. It is the evidence that you have the power to change your reality. I want you to think about the big picture for a moment. Think about your life as a whole. Life is a very precious gift. It is a series of moments. And those moments go by very, very fast. We do not know how many days we have. We do not know how many sunsets we get to see. Knowing this, is it really worth it to spend even 1 minute complaining? Is it worth it to poison your own time? Every minute you spend complaining is a minute you lose. It is a minute you could have spent appreciating. It is a minute you could have spent growing. We often act like we have forever. We act like we can afford to be miserable today because we will be happy tomorrow. But tomorrow is not promised. The only thing you truly have is right now. This breath, this moment. Do not waste it on poison. Do not spend your life looking at the trash on the street when there are stars in the sky. I know that life can be very hard. I know there are real problems. There is pain. There is loss. There is unfairness. I am not saying you should ignore these things, but I am saying that complaining about them does not help you carry them. Gratitude does. Appreciation gives you the strength to face the hard times. It keeps your light burning even in the dark. It reminds you that you are a fighter, not a victim. You are a student of English. You are a student of life. You are a person with true grit. And grit is not just about working hard. Grit is about keeping a positive heart when things are difficult. It is about choosing to see the gold in the dirt. You have that power inside you right now. You do not need to buy anything. You do not need to go anywhere. You just need to change your focus. When you stop complaining, you start living. You start to notice the miracles that were always there. You notice the way the light hits the trees. You notice the kindness of a stranger. You notice the strength of your own hands. You realize that you are already rich. You realize that luck has been following you all along. You were just too busy looking at the rocks to see the path. As we finish today, I want to thank you. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for working on your English and your mind. It is an honor to walk this road with you. I hope you take this challenge seriously. I hope you choose to put down the heavy bag. I hope you choose to walk with light shoulders. I want you to take one more deep breath with me. Breathe in the possibility of a new day. Breathe out the poison of the past. You are ready. You are capable. You are free. Remember that the world is a mirror. What you give is what you get. If you want a lucky life, give a grateful heart. Every day is a fresh start. Every morning is a chance to leave the rocks behind. Do not let the habit of the past steal the beauty of your future. You have the camera. You have the zoom. Point it at the beauty. Point it at the hope. Point it at the life you want to build. The weight is gone. The sky is clear. The path is open. Go out there today and be the light. Be the person who finds the good. Be the person who creates their own luck. You deserve a life full of appreciation. You deserve to be happy right now, not someday. Now, this is the message I want to leave in your heart. It is a simple message, but it will change everything if you let it. It is the key to your freedom. It is the end of the poison. Take a moment of silence. Feel the peace. And then, make the choice. Stop complaining.